So I'm visiting my grandmother one day, a few days ago, and I'm in her room, and she's talking to my aunt, her daughter, over the phone, and my aunt is telling her that she's going to send my grandmother some dinner or some food by way of her daughter, my cousin, who's a female. Now, I haven't seen this particular cousin of mine in a long time. So after, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, my cousin shows up and she comes upstairs. We're all in my grandmother's bedroom. She comes upstairs and gives my grandmother the food that my aunt has fixed for her. And she proceeds to tell my cousin, she proceeds to tell her about her day and how hard it is. Or actually the day before. I think she was working at night or something the day before. She worked a lot. She works a lot. And I'm not sure if she's a nurse or I'm not sure if she's a full-blown nurse. But I guess part of her duties is in nursing. Maybe she is a full-blown nurse. I'm not really sure about nurses and registered nurses or anything. Nurses aid. But she proceeds to tell my grandmother about how hard her job is and how stressful it is. She takes care of, I think she said 35 different patients, and she has to get she gets their meds together already prepared. And she's telling my grandmother, it's like a nightmare because the older people are so mean and vicious. Like they butt each other in the line, and they're really perceptive also. They'll sit there and when she gives out the pills, they will sit there and count the pills to make sure, and they know how many pills they're supposed to get. Like if they're supposed to get 13 pills, they will count out 13 pills. And they know, these old folks, they know their pills. But she was talking about how mean they are and vicious and whatnot. And how like these old folks, they will sit there and just talk trash about each other and talk trash about each other's grandchildren and whatnot, and say stuff like, oh, well, that's why you don't have any grandchildren, or, stuff like that. Really, really mean stuff. So towards the end of her conversation, she mentions that it's the women. My cousin's a woman, and my grandmother's a woman. And I just thought that was funny and amazing. She said, it's the women. She's like, Grandma, it's the women. It's not, if it was the guys, if it was the men, I can handle the men. The men are not the problem. It's the women. All they do is gossip and they talk and they say all just this nastiest stuff that you would not think that these old people or these older folks, the stuff that comes out of their mouths, you would not think that it would come from these older folks. And she said, it's the women. It's the women. And I didn't say anything. I was just sitting back, listen to the conversation. And I just thought that was very interesting. That even older folks, even older women, are in pain. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. You guys can leave your thoughts and comments on that. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Help me out, and check out my other MGTOW videos.